Alright, y'all, I hope you're sitting down for this one because Tamashii just dropped a bombshell on us. Actually, two. We're going to talk about the other one in just a second, but let's get this one out of the way because this one is newsworthy, let me tell you. Anyways, Tamashii has just announced the S.H.Figuarts Super Saiyan Son Goku, subtitled The Games Begin. This is going to be a brand new sculpt for Goku with some reused assets here and there. We'll talk about that in just a sec. But it is a brand new Super Saiyan Son Goku in his Cell Games attire, utilizing completely new designs, including our patent-pending dynamic movable shoulder system technology. Goku is able to more freely pose than ever before. A great addition to any Dragon Ball display or perfect starting piece for new collectors. The games begin. Now, keep that last bit in mind as we get, it gets talking about it. Let's quit the yakking and take a look. So, first of all, windswept hair. We love to see it. And here we can see just everything that's going on with the figure in terms of points of articulation. The knees, if you saw back here, are going to be single jointed like the Daima Goku that's coming out later this month. And as we continue here, the Kamehameha pose, some good profiles of Goku, the face expressions of Goku look really good. But, and here, look at this, the Kamehameha looks super good. And you can see those shoulders are out quite a bit. There is a sheet here at the end, or at least a little diorama that they kind of explain the range. But yeah, this looks to be almost like the legendary Super Saiyan Son Goku head sculpt, just slightly modified. But here we go. And then go on over here with the awkward wave. We got the smiling Goku here. Looks really good. I like that. But yes, okay, let's dive into this here. Super Saiyan Son Goku, the games begin. For the shoulder, it has the dynamic movable shoulder system that uses, and I quote, our patent-pending dynamic movable shoulder system. Flexible materials in the doji around the upper chest allows Goku to bring the arms together without disrupting his muscular silhouette, and even raises his shoulders. This one here I thought was new. The neck, the area where his head meets his chest, is capable of vertical movement, so you can adjust the length of his neck to recreate specific looks. And you can even see that was, okay, if y'all remember, that was one of the specific complaints that a lot of people had with the legendary Super Saiyan Son Goku, was that the neck peg was just a little too short, and so his head set down just a little too far down on the peg. But here, I mean, you can adjust the neck. You can bring his head up, but it looks like they're bringing the whole neck up is what it sounds like. Either way. And here we can see in the shoulders how they can cross the arms really well. And then look here, getting the arms to come up greater than 180 degrees. I don't know about y'all, but one of my biggest complaints with the Gohan from Superhero is that it's just really awkward to bring the arms up just because of that floating piece, cuff, whatever you want to call it, that snaps in between the actual shoulder and the joint. It's just really awkward. Anyways, look at the waist. By omitting parts in his waist, Goku's range of motion has been greatly improved. This is something that a lot of folks have been doing to their Gokus for years now. A piece or a tab that you can snip out of the 2.0 to get greater range, which looks comparable to what is on the lower picture here, down here. So they're taking feedback from the community as far as like updating the figure to do stuff that we do without, the modding of the neck and also the modding of the waist. We love to see it. This allows his Kamehameha pose to really pop. Love it. The knees. Now, as I said, these knees are going to be borrowed from the Daima Goku, and they have been designed to allow him to bend them while maintaining a natural silhouette, ensuring he has both flexibility and visual flair. And then this one here, I lost my mind when I saw this. The shins. A joint has been added in his shins to improve range of motion and enable his powering up poses to feel even more intense. Overall, this Goku, I haven't even got to the best part about it yet, but just the look of it is amazing. The only complaint I do have is that his chest looks a little broad, just a little bit, based off of, but it's that iconic deep V-cut Goku that we all know and love. I mean, this is a solid looking Goku, and look at the shading on the pants. This is something we have not seen on an S.H.Figuarts in a long time. Although, I hope they apply a little more shading than just here on the pants because, everywhere else is lacking, and this has a lot of shading. So, hopefully they do something about that. But just look at the range of motion that this guy gets. The Kamehameha, like winding it up, really, looks really beautiful. Doing the actual pose itself. The hands are actually touching. The arms are out. I mean, this is... Yeah, Tamashi's basically taken everything that the fans have been doing to their Gokus, and they applied it here. It looks great. Now, I told y'all to pay attention to this part here. A great addition to any Dragon Ball display or perfect starting piece for new collectors. Check this out. Well, wants to cooperate. You want to cooperate? No. There we go. I just also spoiled the other part of the news. But here, price starting at 44,000, jeez, that would be expensive. 4,400 yen, including the 10% tax, or 4,000 yen, which would be about 35 for us US folk, because, well, the yen to dollar ratio, like the exchange is funky. I don't believe Google is lying. It lies. But yeah, this is going to be a budget release, which I think is something that everybody can be happy about. So we love to see it. They only have one image for it, but it's going to be a retail release. It's not going to be a P Bandai exclusive, which I'm sure many of you are very happy about. But yes, pre-orders open the 25th of April, and then we're going to see that be released October of 2025. Now, the other bit of news. Yami Yugi. Oh my god. Okay, I'm excited for this one. Scheduled release date of October 2025, or at least month in this case. They don't have an actual date, but pre-orders open the same day as Goku, and that's going to be on the 25th. From this series, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters, the long-awaited Yami Yugi is joining the S.H.Figuarts line. Yami Yugi comes with amazing bonus parts as well as effect parts for Holy Barrier or Mirror Force for us American folk. Or us TCG folks, because Europe has, the TCG. Anyways, this looks pretty darn good. The faces are a little iffy for me, but I say iffy. There's a few things, but the overall articulation looks to be pretty good. I do like his jacket being in the wind is dynamic. It's just not, a static pose. Here's the Mirror Force. And here's everything that Yugi comes with. The dual disc, which looks like it pops off, like the wrist here pops off. You peg that into his wrist, and then you put the fist back on. The Millennium Puzzle, that looks to be an actual chain. So you can move that around. We love to see it. I mean, overall, though, they captured the aesthetic of Yugi. This looks like Battle City Yugi. I absolutely love it. Look at the different display of hands that we have. For him holding the cards and then having the cards in his hand for when he draws. The actual deck that goes in the dual disc. Get the fuck out of here. That is awesome. That is... Be careful. Just be careful, not to lose your stuff. But the array of hands, 5 interchangeable faces. This looks pretty solid. Like, I'm not gonna lie with y'all. Now, the other part about this, we saw the price tag for Goku. Yugi, on the other hand, is going to be about 85 USD. So 9,900, including the 10% tax, and then 9,000 yen for Japan. You convert that to US dollars, it's about 85. So yeah, I definitely like how Yugi turned out. I'm excited, because this means that we're going to get more duelists in the future. Hopefully, anyways. And let's see, what all does it tell us it comes with? Because here's a little, better look at the... Oh, look at that. Look at that. We love to see that. I can't enlarge. Can't enhance. I'm going to do that post-editing, but that looks really good. 4 interchangeable faces, replacement wrist parts, left and right, 7 each. That's pretty good. But yeah, with tariffs and everything, I imagine this will be a lot more expensive, depending on how long that goes for, but that's neither here nor there, and I really don't want to get into that whole argument and discussion there. But let's take a look back at the web, I want to take a look at what everything the Goku is coming with, because I failed to talk about that. So, same photos that we saw from the Tamashii post, but then down here, main body, 4 interchangeable hands, 4 pairs. That means you're gonna have 5 in total, 3 interchangeable expression parts, which is what, 4 in total, and an interchangeable head part, which is the bangs that are more windswept. I think it does not. Oh, okay. Hold on, that is a completely different head sculpt, y'all. I thought that was just a bang piece. No, that is a completely separate head sculpt. That's what that looks like. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, and it's gonna be a general release. Get out of here. Get out of here. Yet, you know, so this Goku comes with a lot of stuff. This Goku comes with a lot of stuff that the legendary Super Saiyan Son Goku came with, you know, in terms of faces and hands. Yet, this is a $35 release, and then they just released the best selection Goku, or they're going to release him later for 40? 45? Math ain't math in there, Bandai and Tamashii, I'm just saying. Anywho, though, I'm excited because, like a lot of people have already speculated in the Tamashii post, that this could potentially mean we could be getting a Cell, and I'm all for it. 3.0 Cell needs to happen soon. Perfect Cell, that is. But, yeah, semi-perfect Cell could definitely, you know, be announced anytime soon would be greatly appreciated. But the fact that they've already given us Super Saiyan Gohan, and they've given us this Goku, I imagine that either Perfect Cell is next or Semi-Perfect Cell is next. And I can't wait. If Tamashii is going to keep innovating here, and they're taking the things that the community has done or have been doing and implementing it into their figure, just they're learning. Like I said, Tamashii can be the kings of their craft. And this is, I mean, we'll have to wait and see. When we get the figure in hand, we'll know more about it. But I'm feeling pretty confident with this one. And I'm also feeling pretty confident about Yugi. So, anywho, that's going to do it for the news. Y'all can let me know what you think. I'm excited for Yugi. I'm excited for that Goku. That Goku looks stellar. I think I'm a little more excited for it than I am this Yugi. But I'm definitely looking forward to having this to display along the Dark Magician that eventually is coming out later. I think in May for us in the States. And then also to go alongside the red eyes and blue eyes that I have. And yeah, here's to also getting, you know, a Kaiba announcement or a Joey announcement or something. It would be great. Anywho, let me know what y'all think, and I'll catch y'all in the next review, which was what I was doing when I saw the news drop. Anywho, peace.